Hi. So it's kind of cloudy today. 今日有啲多雲啦，and a little bit like colder，咁所以有啲凍啦。I stay home to finish my paper in the morning。咁我今朝早起身就留咗喺屋企咧寫埋篇文啦。I was being chased by the editor already。咁我咧已經俾編輯追到交文啦。And the library only open at 2 o'clock today。咁但係咧圖書館今日下晝2點先開啦，and it's only open for 3 hours， 同埋只係開3個鐘啦。So I ended up just finish writing it。咁我啱啱寫完，and so a friend is helping me to sort of like read through it。有個朋友幫我喺度睇緊啦，咁 so I'll just do the reading and then I'll get back to like finalize my paper and submit it。咁跟住讀完書之後，我就會翻去即係最後再睇一次，咁然後咧就會交，咁就好嘢完成啦咁啦。As you have seen， 咁同埋你已經見到啦 ，I haven't won the Powerball lottery last night。咁我琴晚就中唔到呢個 Powerball 啦 ，and nobody got the jackpot 度。咁但係咧，亦都冇人中到呢個金多寶嘅。咁所以I might try again on Monday。咁所以我星期一可能係會再買嘅。I never bought lotto on my own when I was in Hong Kong。我喺香港從來都冇自己冇六合彩㗎，so it's just like for fun when there is a jackpot, then like friends would come together, like and just sort of like have fun together, know。咁通常都係即係有好勁嘅金多寶嘅時候，就同啲朋友一齊夾錢，即係大家開心笑下咁樣啦咁。So but yesterday I was just telling my friends how $6 can buy like hope and a lot of like laughters for one whole day。咁我琴日就同啲朋友講，$6就可以買咗一日嘅希望啦，同埋開心啦，係咁喺度笑啦，自己喺度鳩噏中咗之後做啲咩啊咁樣樣。So yeah, in that sense, money can buy happiness。我覺得喺嗰件事上面，其實咧錢都可以買到快樂嘅咁。But anyway，咁但係無論如何啦 ，so I'm still poor， 咁我依然係窮 L 嚟嘅咁，未做到富婆嚇。Alright, so let's begin。咁我哋今日正式開始啦。Read to resist, Day 177。當閱讀也是抗爭，第177日。A Concise History of Hong Kong by John Mark Carroll。香港簡史，從殖民地至特別行政區。著者高馬可，譯者林立偉。Hong Kong's physical development was also made possible by Chinese builders, contractors, merchants, and laborers. European colonialism was not only an encounter between different cultures, it was also a process of physical construction that ranged from government, residential, and commercial buildings to entire cities and towns. As in many other Asian colonies, in Hong Kong this construction was completed by Chinese workers and contractors, many of whom had prior experience working for Europeans. Tam Ah Choi, the most successful of these contractors, was one of the most prominent members of the Chinese community in early colonial Hong Kong. Originally from Kai Ping, a county in Guangdong province known for sending immigrants to Southeast Asia and later to California, Tam came to Hong Kong in 1841 from British colony of Singapore, where he had been a foreman in the colonial government dockyards. He built some of the most important buildings in the colony, including the P&O building and a building that the government later purchased for use as the colony's first Supreme Court. For his services to the British in Hong Kong and Singapore, Tam was granted land in the Lower Bazaar. 香港的城市發展也是靠華裔建築工、承包商、商人和勞工建設起來。歐洲殖民主義不只是不同文化之間的相遇，也是實體事物的建設過程。由政府大樓、民宅、商廈，乃至於整個城鎮，如同在亞洲許多其他殖民地，香港的這種建設是由華裔工人和承包商完成。 他們不少人曾有為洋人工作的經驗。這些承包商中最成功的是譚亞才，他是殖民時代初期香港華人社會中最顯赫的人物之一。譚亞才祖籍廣東開平，當地是著名僑鄉，許多人移民到東南亞，後來更遠走至舊金山。譚亞才先是在新加坡的殖民地政府船澳當工頭，1841年從新加坡來到香港。香港一些最重要的建築物是由他興建，包括鐵行大廈，以及一座後來由政府購入供殖民地首個最高法院之用的大樓。譚亞才因為在香港和新加坡為英國人服務有功，獲賞一幅位於下市場的土地。The British offered another powerful reward for collaboration: lucrative monopolies. Historians have often stressed the role of free trade in Hong Kong's economic development. In the early days, however, this economy was neither impressive nor free. An elaborate system of monopolies, usually offered for sale by public auction, regulated commodities such as opium, salt, liquor, and tobacco. Ironically, it was from these same types of regulations and monopolies that the British had insisted the First Opium War and the imperialism of free trade would liberate China. These monopolies, which accounted for 10 to 25% of the government's annual revenue, were almost always held by local Chinese merchants or contractors. The largest and longest-lasting of the monopolies was the opium monopoly, which in the 19th century could make up almost 1/4 of the government's annual revenue. 英國人還為與他們合作者提供另一個非常吸引的報答：高利潤的專賣權。歷史學家常常強調自由貿易在香港經濟發展中所發揮的作用，但在開埠初年，香港經濟既不亮眼也不自由。政府以精心設計的專賣制度，通常是以公開拍賣方式出售，來管制鴉片、鹽、酒和香煙等商品。諷刺的是，根據英國的說法，第一次鴉片戰爭和自由貿易帝國主義就是要把中國從這種管制和專賣中解放出來。這些專賣權幾乎全握在本地華裔商人或承包商手中，佔政府每年財政收入的10%至25%。在各類這些專賣中，以鴉片專賣為最大宗，歷時也最長久。它在19世紀時期維持佔政府稅入近1/4。Although it does not explain why these Chinese helped the British during the First Opium War, colonial Hong Kong also enabled men such as Lu, Kwok, and Tam to achieve a level of social prominence that they could not achieve in China. As Tanka outcasts, both Lu and Kwok were barred from assuming any gentry functions in China. By working for the British in Singapore, Tam had violated Qing prohibitions against overseas emigration. In British Hong Kong, however, such prohibitions meant nothing. Tam became a trustee at 3 local Chinese temples and was a well-known philanthropist. In 1847, a local British newspaper described him as probably as respectable and intelligent as any man of his class in the colony. In 1856, he helped form a Chinese fire brigade equipped with an American-made engine. In this new colonial environment, Lu, who hailed from a dubious background, also became a prominent member of the Chinese community. He was widely believed to be involved with triad groups and pirates and to encourage corruption among the police force. But he also had a reputation about town for helping those who were in distress, in debt, or discontented. 雖然不能解釋為什麼這些中國人會在第一次鴉片戰爭期間幫助英國人，但是殖民地香港也令像盧亞貴、郭金章和譚亞才等人獲得他們在中國不可能達到的顯貴社會地位。盧亞貴和郭金章是疍家人，在中國是無法晉身士紳階層。譚亞才到新加坡為英國人做事，違反了清廷禁止移民出洋的命令，但清廷禁令 在英屬香港沒有效力。譚亞才成為3間中國廟宇的籍理，並且是大慈善家。1847年，一份本地英文報紙這樣形容他：與這個殖民地裏他所屬階層的任何人相比，論聲望、論才智，他一點不遜色。在他協助下，1856年，香港成立第一支華人消防隊，裝備美國製消防車。在這個新的殖民地環境中，出身背景不光彩的盧亞貴也成為華人社會的顯赫成員。很多人認為他勾結三合會和海盜，又助長警察貪污，但他在城中也贏得凡受困迫的、欠債的、心裏苦惱的都會幫助的美名。This is the end of today's reading. 咁今日就讀到呢度啦。So we talk about like how these different people who were the collaborators with the Brits were getting land and also like monopolies. 咁呢度提到就係最初即係幫英政府嘅呢一啲中國嘅合作者，即係喺香港嘅呢啲人，佢哋點樣即係會得到土地為回報啦，或者專賣權嚟到做回報啦咁樣樣。So it's also interesting, like in the end, it mentioned about how Lua Kui is also like connected with triad societies and pirates and also corruption of police, right? 咁同埋有趣嘅咧就係最尾有提到盧亞貴呢個人其實咧同黑社會有關啦，同呢一個嘅警察貪污有關啊，即係同海盜有關啦咁樣樣。Now it goes back as well, you know, like we all know that like the Hong Kong police force, especially like during the colonial period, like was notoriously corrupted. 咁我哋都知道，即係其實係殖民地時期嘅早期啦嘅香港嘅呢個皇家警察其實就係即係惡名昭彰啊，基本上係 right. And then it's only until you know in the 70s that it finally was being cleaned up. 咁即係直至到去到70年代嘅時候，先至係即係將成個警隊嘅即係風氣即係一洗啦，然後即係有廉署啊，跟住就係即係去即係真係認真做嘢啦咁樣樣。So I guess it's like historically, like the police and you know the triad have sort of like a connection anyway, like from the very very early on. 咁所以你見到其實咧。喺香港嗰個警察同黑社會之間嗰啲關係咧，其實糾纏不清咧，係好耐之前嘅事嚟㗎啦，即係由自古以嚟嘅咁樣樣。So it's really not very surprising actually. 咁所以其實你會覺得唔係好驚訝嘅。And particularly I'm looking forward like when we get to the part where it talks about the people who originally lived in the new territories and their triad connections. 咁我就好期待咧，讀到之後即係關於新界嘅部分，就係即係原本新界人佢哋同埋即係呢個黑社會之間嘅關係咁樣樣。So just something that we will like put it in here right now. 咁我哋暫時就即係收入喺個腦袋度係啦，記住先啦咁樣樣 and see what happened afterwards. 咁我睇下之後會發生咩事啦。So this is the reading of today. 咁我哋今日就讀到呢度啦，and I'll see you again tomorrow. 咁我哋聽日再見，拜拜。